All right, sorry for every delay. It's about just 27 minutes. Still Arsenal nil, Newcastle nil. Both sides have come close on several occasions. Dan Bond headed in. Tonali, Thomas Partey to Saliba, Kiwior, then to Declan Rice. Oh, okay. Straight into the hands. Straight into the hands of Nick Pope right there. That's from Declan Rice. So of course like uh Declan Rice has scored 8 EPL goals this season. That's his highest in the EPL since he's been playing in the EPL. Okay, let's go. All right, Anthony Gordon's, Jacob Murphy to Anthony Gordon's wants so he has a Danbon behind him. To Nali, to Bruno Guimaraes, back to Tonali. You have Danbon here to his side, to his left. Back. Trying to put themselves in order. Of course, if Arsenal wins this match this evening, it's qualification. That's an automatic qualification for next season's Champions League. That's for us now. So, like they are taking their time. Dan Bon, what? Okay. Livramento, but couldn't cross that ball into the box. Saliba intercepts the cross, then sends the ball forward. Gadan, that's Nick Pope clears the ball out for we not to see evil. You have to show yourself. Okay, Odegaard to Saka. Oh, that's a corner kick. Nice cross by Saka, but nice interception. An equally nice interception by Bruno Guimaraes there. Otherwise, if it lands in the leg of Trossard, would have been very dangerous there. So um, Liverpool already champions. Already champions. They'll probably play a game in midweek, and then by the end, by next weekend. When okay. Throwing to Arsenal. Ben White has the ball. Ben White has the ball. Then by next week Sunday we should have the last matches of the EPL. Of course, it's going to be like a very hot day. Nottingham Forest, just a quick corner to Arsenal right now. A quick look at the matches that have been played again this weekend. Of course, it started. Goal kick. Is that a goal kick or a corner kick? So another corner kick for Arsenal. Another corner kick for Arsenal. The running, the 37th matches of the EPL started on Friday, where you had Aston Villa playing at Tottenham. Aston Villa won that one 2-0. 2 goals to nil from Aston Villa, and then Aston Villa are there on 66 points, level up on points with this Newcastle side, and then of course Chelsea. So 3 teams, 66 points. Saka with another corner. Saka with another corner. So, and then of course we had Saka. Luis Kelly crosses the ball inside. Oh, Thomas Partey's leg couldn't touch the ball. Thomas Partey's leg couldn't touch the ball. Ah, see this chairman all the way from Chelsea. Raheem Sterling and Kai Havertz. Uh, Kai Havertz has been out injured since February 5 with a hamstring injury. What kind of error is this? Martinelli, what's he gonna do here? Luis Kelly. Jakub Kiwior crosses into the box, but nobody to connect with that cross. So it's a goal kick to Newcastle. Of course, Newcastle on their own. Newcastle, they are also on the 66 points. They win today, they move to 69. They will go ahead of Arsenal. Arsenal is on 68 points in second position. It's not, of course, any side, anybody that wins, I think is almost likely to secure Champions League qualification for next season. So, no. Arsenal wins. Arsenal secures Champions League. Although they still have the last match to play. Arsenal secures Champions League qualification, but it's not really that sure for Newcastle because you have Man City. You have which also who still has like a game in hand. So okay, Luis Kelly, Kiwior, Martinelli tries to cross but blocked by Jacob Murphy, and then there's a corner kick to Arsenal. So by the end of the first half, definitely we'll be bringing you the different forms of likelihoods, permutations for qualification for Champions League next season. Of course, yeah, but all matches, like I mentioned, on Friday we have Aston Villa beating Tottenham Hotspur 2 goals to nil. And then you also have Chelsea beating Manchester United 1 goal to nil. The Clan Riser. Okay, who is there? Odegaard, Luis Kelly, Trossard. To Martinelli. Martinelli moves, right there in midfield. Odegaard, and then to Saka. Ben White dispossessed by Tonali. All right, so Ben White fouls Tonali. So that's a foul. Hey, Arsenal FC. We call them Netflix FC. Next season, this season, trophyless. Dan Bon. You go collect ball for your leg. Okay. Oh, Livramento couldn't get himself there. What? Oh, look at these two people. Look at the way they are just moving the ball as if they don't know what's up. Eh? Ah, wow. Okay, who is moving forward? Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, nice block there by Partey. Trossard. Martinelli moving forward. Gradually moving forward. And then comes in a little bit to Thomas Partey. Then Martin Odegaard to Saka. No time to waste. Saka and then on Dan Bond there, and then he also has Anthony Gordon to beat. But no way, they won't let him go. Say what? Jacob Murphy, Barnes, Callum Wilson holds the ball, but I think one of the okay, Isaac suspended for this match because you wonder why Wilson will be top striking and you have the second highest goal scorer in the EPL in their ranks. That's Alexander Isak. Okay. Tomorrow in the EPL, what do you have? So is currently possession is Arsenal 56% to 44% of Newcastle. It's, who creates chances is the one that wins goals, not who has the highest possession. It's not always by possession. Okay. Okay. Saka foul there. Dan Bond. So of course you know the EPL. Okay, let's continue for of course after those for the Friday drama between of course the loss by two Europa finalists from England, that is Tottenham and Manchester United, based of the same feather. 16 and 17 on the EPL table, and they want to play in the Champions League next season. So the two of them, they lost on Friday. On Saturday, we had the FA Cup final between Crystal Palace and Manchester City. Oh, what a lovely day. The underdogs are winning trophies. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable that a team like Crystal Palace would then beat Manchester City in the final of nothing but the FA Cup. Oh my goodness. It was highly unexpected. Manchester City were the favorites by everybody to win that trophy, the FA Cup. But no. No way. It went the way of Crystal Palace. And then Crystal Palace, a team established in 1861, and it didn't take them up to about 164 years after to lift their first trophy. What a history. Totally somehow. So well, it took Ibrechi's just 16 minutes to score in the FA Cup final for Crystal Palace. Of course, that lone goal was enough to win Crystal Palace their first ever silverware in the FA Cup 2024-25 FA Cup. So, Eburechieze created history. Crystal Palace created history. Luis Kelly moving forward. He has a Trossard in the box. Bruno Guimaraes, no support. Nobody to support. Train to Arsenal. Nobody to support. Because, so, oh, today you have on the bench, you have Gilberto Silva of Brazil there. On the bench, one of Arsenal's invisibles. Here to watch this match. Great one. Gilberto Silva that year. Midfield. So, Luis Kelly. Martinelli. He has so he has of course Fabian Scar on him right there. So it's not that easy. So once again, we run over the lineup for this match. We have Arsenal playing the 4-4-3-3 formation with their coach Mikel Arteta. You have David Raya in post. You have Ben White. You have William Saliba. Jakub Kiwior. Miles Lewis Kelly. And then you have Martin Odegaard. You have Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, and Leandro Trossard. Of course, that means Kai Havertz is not fully fit to start. Mikel Merino suspended. So, okay. Luis Kelly. It's halftime, so we go over the halftime report. We are going to give you the statistics from both sides for this first half. Of course, the stories building up in the transfer window. Because some teams are already buying players in Spain. Some players are renewing their contracts. So you will, we'll be having a Premier League halftime here with us. Of course, you know that Liverpool already has the league. Liverpool, and of course, you also tell you other teams, other matches that we played today. We'll touch on the Bundesliga, which rounded up yesterday. Oh my God! So, of course, by the time we strive at the beginning of the second half, we'll give you the lineup again once again, so that you'll be refreshed. You'll be refreshed. So, right now as it is the way it is, you have Liverpool on 86 points, 83 points. Liverpool 83 points. Liverpool 83 points. They are already league champions. But of course, Liverpool will be playing tomorrow. Liverpool will be playing tomorrow against Brighton. They will be playing away at the Amex against Brighton tomorrow. Time 8 p.m. Time 8 p.m. 8 p.m. tomorrow. 8 p.m. at the Amex Stadium tomorrow. So you have a Brighton versus Liverpool. So that's how it's going to go. Now, how did this match go? How did this match go? In the first half, Arsenal versus Newcastle. So you have a shot on target For Arsenal, Arsenal 2, while for Newcastle they have 5 shots on target. Of course, no goal has gone in at the moment. You have a shot of target. You have one for Arsenal, uh for none for Newcastle. Possession is 58% to Arsenal and 42% to Newcastle. Corner kick 7 to Arsenal, 4 to Newcastle. For fouls, 2 to Arsenal, 4 to Newcastle. And then goalkeeper save, you have 5. We have 5 to Arsenal and then 2 to Newcastle. So that's how possession is 58-42. 58-42 for first half. Possession. We go possession. You have Arsenal 58% and then Newcastle 42%. So that's the way it is. So and then of course corner kicks. Corner kicks. We see how many corner kicks? 7 to Arsenal and then 4 to Newcastle. That's the corners. That's intense. The show of intent from both sides. 7-4. It's not easy. it's not. It's not easy just like that. So that's the way it is. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining. If you're just joining us, we just need to probably go over. We go over to the matches that were played over the weekend. We go over them again. Remember on Saturday, on Friday, uh, you know, Aston Villa versus Tottenham. You had Aston Villa 2, Tottenham 0, and Chelsea 1, Manchester United 0. So that is the two wins move both teams to 66 points in the APL. So that is a hot race for Champions League qualification for next season. Already, you know that Tottenham and Manchester United they will be playing in the Europa League final. They will be playing in the Europa League final. So when is the Europa League final coming up? When is the Europa League final coming up? It's going to be coming up on Wednesday, the 21st of May. Wednesday, the 21st of May. So by Wednesday, you can join us here. You can join us here for the Europa League final. All right, you can join us here for the Europa League final for us to see which team will between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United, which team is going to qualify automatically for the Champions League. From that, of course, the winner of that competition, that's the Europa League, qualifies for the Champions League for the Champions League next season. Of course, this is highly, somehow because you see both teams are going to finish 16, 17 in the EPL, and they never make the top 10, and they'll be qualifying for the Champions League. So it's a very strange thing for the two of them. So let's see how it's going to go. And then on of course on Saturday it was not there was no EPL games. Rather, we had the we had the FA Cup final between Crystal Palace and then Manchester City. And of course, it was Crystal Palace against all expectation that won the FA Cup, beating Manchester City by 1-0. So their first silverware in 164 years. Of course, the club established in 1861 is 2025, and they're just winning their first silverware. So it's somehow. So it's somehow. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Sometimes live COVID somehow. So of course, in other news, you have Jamie Vardy scored. So okay, now let's just complete the matches. Of course, today, which is Sunday. Today is Sunday, the 18th of May 2025. You had Everton signing off in grand style from Goodison Park, winning Southampton, already relegated, 2 goals to nil, with the 2 goals scored by Eleman Ndiaye. All right, in the sixth and in the 45th minute by Eleman Ndiaye there. So that's so good for him. So the sign off from Goodison Park in grand style, winning 2 goals to nil. So West Ham we're followed by West Ham versus Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are not taking anything to chances. They're just interested. Of course, they've qualified for Europe, uh, but they are also giving it a try to see if they can, put their head into the Champions League spots. But they won 2 goals to 1 already. Remember that one of Nigeria's own, that's Taiwo Awoniyi of Nottingham Forest, is down in the hospital, and then with some abdominal injury. Because well, after that first goal by Nottingham Forest, the players came together to give their support to Taiwo Awoniyi, especially when Morgan Gibbs White scored his first goal. So that was highly, highly, highly commendable, for the show of support for their teammates. So West Ham 1, Nottingham Forest 2, and then of course you have Brentford 2 and Fulham 3. Fulham came from behind to come and steal the show, win that goal, 3 goals to 2. Of course, you had a goal by it won't go by Brian Belmont, and of course, Yuan Wissa scoring another one. So that's highly, 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 highly. So it brings Brian Belmont and Yuan Wissa to 19 goals in the EPL this season. So both of them on 19 goals for Brentford. So that's where it is. That's where it is. That's where it is. And then, of course, after that, Brentford 2, Fulham 3, you had Leicester City. Leicester City beating Ipswich Town, or both of them already relegated. Best of the same feather, best of the same feather doing something. So you had Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy scoring his 200 goal for the club. His 200 goal for the club on his 500 appearance. So that is also legendary. Of course, he's leaving the club. He's leaving the club at the end of the season. He's leaving the club at the end of the season, and it's a nice way. It's a nice way to actually score in the second to the last match in this like their last home win, their last their last home game for the season. So that says Jamie Vardy for you. That's legendary. 200 goal for the club. Now you have other information that you may like to that may interest you. You have Victor Gyökeres will leave Sporting CP at the end of the season. That's this summer. Having scored 39 this season alone, 39 league goals. That is top in 33 appearances for the club this season. 39 league goals. So that is a whole lot. So it's available for you will be living in the club definitely. The market transfer market fee has been set at 65 million euros. So if you're interested, all top teams in Europe, Arsenal, Chelsea, Barcelona, teams that in need of strikers. Victor Gyökeres is available for sale according to Sporting CP. So that's it for Victor Gyökeres. And then of course you have Manchester United. We heard are interested in Emiliano Martinez, Dibu Martinez, who will be leaving Aston Villa in the summer. So that's Emiliano Martinez, and we understand Manchester United are interested. Like a couple of other teams, we also be interested in the World Cup winner. Also, Joan Laporta has said that Lamine contract renewal has already been agreed. That's Lamine Yamal will be signing a new contract this summer. Lamine's contract renewal has already been agreed Now all that remains is the signing, and that signing will take place this summer when Lamine turns 18. That is what Joan Laporta, that's the president of Barcelona, is saying about Lamine Yamal. Of course, having won, the treble, the domestic treble this season, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. So they only missed out, from the Champions League right there at the semi-final stage. So it's understandable. It's understandable. Then, so Real Madrid story, you already know that Real Madrid has already signed Den Huysen from Bournemouth for for 50 million pounds. That's 59.4 million euros. Den Huysen, that's a defender from Bournemouth. You don't expect to sign such a player at such a price, then put him on the bench. So of course, yes, the Nation has signed for Real Madrid, and his salary before taxes will be 9 million euros per annum. So that's the salary of the Nation from Bournemouth, of course, and the money that's his transfer fee will be paid across 3 installments. So that's where it is, and of course, also at Real Madrid, we understand that Real Madrid, we allowed David Alaba to move this summer if he's interested in the move. Of course, the developing story will let you know whatever is what's happening. Also, Luka Modric has told Real Madrid is ready to reduce his salary to stay at the club for next season. So Luka Modric wants to stay. He wants to stay, and then he's telling the club that is ready to reduce his salary to stay at the club next season. So that's the way he say it is. And of course, we also said that was that the Bundesliga was rounded up during the weekend, and then of course, with that rounding up, we had that's Hurricane winning, of course, winning his first silverware, and of course, winning winning back to back, the highest goal scorer award as the Trojan Cannon. He won the Trojan Cannon with 26 goals scored in the league this season. So he's the first player. It makes Hurricane the first player to win it in his first 2 seasons. So that's his first 2 seasons in the Bundesliga. That's history. Hurricane has always been known to be the goal scorer, winning highest goal scorer awards. Back and front, scoring goal back and front. He has won the highest goal scorer in the APL more than one occasion. So and then of course going back to back, winning the highest goal scorer in the Bundesliga back to back in the first 2 seasons is something that is highly commendable. So shortly again, we shall be moving to the match between Arsenal and Newcastle FC. So well, we shall be moving, but the Bundesliga concluded. Of course, also it's not only Hurricane that won something. There's a pass an individual award. We also have Michael Olise with the Rookie of the Season award there in the Bundesliga. Of course, also in the All Bundesliga, the matches that concluded, we had Augsburg versus Union Berlin winning 2-1. We had Borussia Dortmund beating Austria Kiel 3-0. Borussia Mönchengladbach 0. Wolfsburg 1. FC Eindhoven 1. Werder Bremen 4. Freiburg 1, and then Frankfurt 3. Offenham 0. Bayern Munich 4. Michael Olise, and then of course Michael Olise, Joshua Kimmich, Serge Gnabry, and Harry Kane scored in that match. You also have Menzo 5-2, Bayer Leverkusen 2, RB Leipzig 2, VSV Stuttgart 3, St. Pauli 0, VfB Bochum 2. So, of course, with all those results, who are the people that are fully relegated? We had fully relegated. You have Austria Kiel and VfL Bochum fully relegated. FC Eindhoven, we have to play in a relegation playoff for them to remain, for them to have that possibility to remain in the Bundesliga next season. They've really done bad. They really done bad. After 34 matches, FC Eindhoven had just 29 points. At just 29 points, and then with a minus 27 goal difference. So it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot for them. So it's a whole lot for them. So let's see other matches that are also going on at the moment. Other matches that are going on at the moment. You have other leagues that are also playing. Various leagues are rounding up the season. And you have Arsenal and Newcastle has resumed. We have uh, Arsenal and Newcastle have resumed. So we'll join up shortly. So I think today as well, which other league will be running up this today? Of course, La Liga will also be playing today, but they are not rounding up today. They're not running up today. We also have the Serie A will be playing today. Is the Serie A rounding up today? Let's see if the Serie A is rounding up today. No, the Serie A is not running up today. They have a couple of matches today. We have AS Roma versus AC Milan. You have Cagliari versus Venezia. You have Fiorentina, Bologna. You have Hellas Verona versus Como 1907. You have Inter versus Lazio, Juventus versus Udinese, Liege versus Torino, Monza, Empoli, Parma versus Napoli. Of course, Napoli is on top with 78 points. Inter in second position with 77 points. Atalanta is on 74 points, but has played more game than Atalanta. So there's by 7:45 this evening, you have matches in the Serie A, about their second to last matches. So, all right. So we'll be joining up. With the match between Arsenal and Newcastle United. So let's see what's going to happen in that match. Don't forget in La Liga also there are matches today. There are matches also today in the Spanish La Liga. There are several matches today in the Spanish La Liga. You have Barcelona is playing Villarreal. Barcelona is playing Villarreal. Also, Sevilla versus Real Madrid. So it's not the last matches, but matches definitely are being played. So nice. So don't forget there are some very 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 interesting at the end of the season. There are some free agents in the presence of you have Angel Di Maria. You know, he's going to be a free agent. You have Kevin De Bruyne, you have Cesar Spilicueta, will be a free agent, and then you also have Thomas Muller. There's a Bayern Munich will be a free agent at the end of the season. So where are these guys? Definitely, we'll be giving you an update of these players, where how their movement is going to be at the end of the season. So we're right. As Calafiore, as changes been made, So Raya sends the ball in, and then out. So I think it's just let's see if changes have been made by Arsenal, in this match as it is going on right now. So we can probably for just 45 minutes between Arsenal and Newcastle United. So let's see if changes, because the ref remains Simon Hooper. So as changes been made, understand that William Saliba is out and Ricardo Calafiori is in. That's I can see, because I can see Calafiori there already. Is William Saliba injured? What is happening? So, but Calafiori is in. I think that's the only changes that has been made so far, by the two teams. So, we'll just need to update that. Ricardo Calafiore, 46, has come in for William Saliba. So, in defense, in defense. So Arsenal remains probably with their maybe they switch to 3-4-3 or what? What exactly is going on? David Raya is in goal. You have Ben White, and then you have William Saliba has been replaced by Ricardo Calafiori. You also have Jakub Kiwior. You have Miles Lewis Kelly. You have Martin Odegaard. You have Thomas Partey. You have Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, and then Leandro Trossard. So ball to David Raya. David Raya to Saka. Saka again. And then Odegaard couldn't get in touch with that ball. So 51 minutes. Still Arsenal nil, Newcastle nil. Who's going to who's going to draw the first blood? So Scar with the ball for a throw-in. Nick Pope sends the ball in. Luis Kelly, Martinelli, to Calafiori. Uh, uh, Newcastle with Livramento keeps the ball. Oh, but Dan Bon, Declan Rice. Wow, nice one. Trossard. It goes for a throw-in. Intercepted there. Declan Rice. Thomas Partey. To Saka there. Then White. What's he gonna do? Okay. Bruno Guimaraes intercepts the ball. Jacob Murphy. Oh. It's becoming ends to ends ball here. So once again, I go over the. You have there's Newcastle, of course, line up on 3-4-3 formation. You have Nick Pope in post. You have Dan Bon. You have Fabian Scar, Sven Bortman, Tino Livramento, Sandro Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes, Jacob Murphy, Harvey Barnes, Anthony Gordon, and Callum Wilson. Declan Rice with a shot. Goal! Arsenal goal! What a shot, what a goal. Whoa, 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 whoa. Arsenal. Wow. This is wonderful. What a nice goal. So, if it ends like this, Arsenal secures Champions League qualification. I think Martin Odegaard with a pullback pulls the ball down to crosses the ball out down to Declan Rice who plays a nice shot just in front of the 80-yard box and sends the ball to the right of Nick Pope who couldn't keep the ball out. Arsenal won, Newcastle United nil. 55 minutes Newcastle, what are you gonna do? How are you going to respond? How are you gonna respond? You know, so it brings Newcastle's goal difference. You say on goal difference, you know, it may come down to goal difference between Newcastle and Chelsea. So Rice's first goal, Declan Rice's fourth goal in the EPL this season, that was a rocket. Oh, out. Nice one, nice one. Declan Rice. So it's Arsenal 1 and Newcastle 2. What's he gonna do? Oh, no foul. Trossard. Okay. Hey, Trossard. Okay, keeps the ball to cross in. Party. Here's the ball in the box, into the box. But no. Okay, nice throw by Nick Pope. Botman goes past Kiwior. Nobody to connect. Declan Rice. Martinelli. Martinelli. Okay. Well dealt with by the Arsenal defense. Trossard down to Miles Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly plays the ball out. Then headed. Okay. Calafiori. Good one. Miles Lewis Kelly again. And then Thomas Partey to Saka. A long one. Saka versus Burn. Oh, plays a shot. The shot ends in the face. You know, Ofojugba. Oh, so, you know, in the face of who? Uh, that's it. That's in the face of Ska. Vivian Ska takes the ball to his face. So who is about to come out? So it's a throw-in. Throw-in to Arsenal. Declan Rice. Martinelli versus Jacob Murphy here. There's Kelly. Calafiore. Okay. Is a foul on Tonali. Says Simon Hooper, the referee. See about 3 players. So you see about 3 Newcastle players have been prepped to come in and to come in. Odegaard. That's Trossard. Declan Rice plays the ball out. Okay. Saka, what's he gonna do? Oh, that's a limb shot. Murphy here playing the wing back. Born. Shah. Calling Figasca, they say Shah. Gordon. Gordon. Okay. Ben White intercepts Anthony Gordon's cross. Cross was meant to be sent into the box, but Ben White intercepts it. Corner, corner, corner to Newcastle. You have Callum Wilson in the box here. You've not really seen him do much. Anthony Gordon about to play the. Okay, quickly taken. Tonali sends the ball in the box. Okay, headed out by Martinelli right there. Okay. Murphy. Shah. I call him Scar, but you say Shah. Botman. Tino Livramento. Oh, seen as a foul. So about 2, 3 players about to come in for Murphy. Jacob Murphy is going out. I think Callum Wilson is also, and Sven Botman, El Miley, Murphy. And Usula. So of course you have Miley as coming for Jacob Murphy, and then you have a Kraft as well. So Kraft comes in, and then his his first job is to fall Martinelli to the floor, and then of course he gets a yellow card for that effort. Emil Kraft, a yellow card. So of course a free kick, and then of course Martin Odegaard is there. Still Arsenal 1, Newcastle 0. Odegaard, what's he gonna do? Oh, Anthony Gordon, Bruno Guimaraes. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jakub Kiwior did not let that ball get to Sula. Could have been very, very fatal. He got into that player. That was a nice cross by Bruno Guimaraes there. Martinelli. His possession is 62%, Arsenal 38%, 38% Newcastle. Shots on target 4 for Arsenal and 5 for Newcastle. So it's interesting, strange at the same time. Dan Born. Penny Pope. Dan Born. Born clears the ball out. Okay, straight. Calafiori sends the ball to Raya. Raya sends the ball back inside. Now go the dragger inside. Okay. Oh, nice one, nice one. Sandro Tonali there sends the ball to Nico. This to ease off tension around that area. Back to Nick Pope. Newcastle are trying to build from behind. Anthony Gordon. Nobody. Oh, nobody. Kiwior. Party. Okay, Party is going inside. Okay, Declan Rice. And then to Gabriel Martinelli. Blocked by Kraft there. You know, we have a whole lot to do against Gabriel Martinelli right there. Miles Lewis Kelly with the ball for a throw in for Arsenal. Just 67 minutes. Okay. Declan Rice against Kraft. Luis Miley. All right, Miles Lewis Kelly with the throwing. And then Odegaard. Ben White. Great shot, but far away. Sends it to the right. To the right of Nick Pope there, but off, inches, some inches off the post. So not on target. So you have Nick Pope about to take a goal kick. So okay, this Kelly to Kiwior. Oh, nice one. White. All right, is it throwing to Arsenal? Quickly thrown, but Tino Livramento intercepts it. Bruno Guimaraes. Nice one. Gordon. Tony Gordon. Okay, goes back to Gordon. Who Thomas Partey sends the ball in, but Pope with that error, but luckily enough for him, Saka wasn't close to punish him there. Tonali, Miley, to Kraft. Kraft sends it back. Shah, Dan Bond, gone. All right, it was so. All right, Bukayo. All right, say weekend of farewell in the Premier League. Weekend of farewells. You have weekend of farewell in the EPL. You have Jamie Vardy saying farewell to the that's to the Leicester City fans. That's scoring his 200th goal for the club in his 500th appearance. That's Jamie Vardy, his 500th appearance for the club, 200 goal. That's a legend for the club, Leicester City. Happy Barnes. Oh, oh, sorry. Oh, while also Goodison Park, the Everton faithfuls, Everton leaving Goodison Park after about 133 years. So it's a whole lot. Kivio sends the ball for a corner kick Newcastle. Arsenal nine corners. This is Newcastle's sixth corner of the game. Sandro Tonali to take the corner. Poorly taken corner. All right. Real Sociedad versus Girona is about to kick off. What a waste of opportunity by Newcastle. It's really a waste of opportunity right there. Now probably taken. So Bukayo Saka is about to go for Kai Havertz. All right, Kai Havertz is coming in. So Kai Havertz is coming in. Bukayo Saka is going out. Kai Havertz 29. So I think he's also taking. So His first Premier League appearance since February 5. So we also see Joe Willock coming in for Harvey Barnes. Joe Willock, a former Arsenal player himself, coming in for Harvey Barnes. Oh, oh. Havertz, true on ball, but it can't be a corner kick. I think that wasn't a deliberate pass to Nick Pope. Uh, sure. Bruno Guimaraes, Sula. Oh, you know, Tonali fouled there by Havertz. So it's a free kick to Newcastle United. So the referee there is saying Sandro Tonali has been fouled. So you have a free kick. You know, about should I say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 9 meters in front of the box, and then of course you have Shah uses the opportunity to lace his boots. Is very likely to be the one that will take the free kick. So he's there about to take the free kick, and then shot blocked by the wall. You know, Livramento to Nick Pope. Nick Pope, okay. Rise. Craft. Craft again, of course. The ball sent in. Tonali. Okay. Osula. Who is there? Nobody. Uh, they're throwing. Born. Oh, a nice one there. Clearance. So if Arsenal wins, they are of course Champions League. As if it ends like this, Champions League qualification is assured for Arsenal. Because definitely they are going to clean top 5 in the EPL. If it ends like this, they will remain. They will remain on the 70, 71. They will be on 71 points. And definitely, that means if you can, nobody can catch them on 71 points. Real Sociedad update. 5 minutes. Real Sociedad 1. Girona nil. Real Sociedad 1. Girona nil. It's already that's the goal update. Right in the La Liga. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So So that means a yellow card has been given to Arteta. As he will serve a touchlight ban for the last match of the season. That's you know, why would you do that? Calafiori, Odegaard, back to Odegaard. Sends it in. Trossard. Odegaard with the ball again. Okay. Then to Trossard, back to Odegaard. Sure. Oh, Calafiori. Nice one there by Calafiori. Raya couldn't get himself to control that ball. So throwing and quickly taken by Newcastle United. Livramento. Bruno Guimaraes. Miley. Tonali. Livramento. Okay. Dan Bon. Burn. Joe Willock. Livramento. Okay. He's dangerous here. Oh. Left foot shot by Joe Willock there, but not properly directed. This should have just. Oh. Oh. Eddie Howe is telling them to come on. A point is very important here. A point is very important here. A point is very important here. Ah, so very important. So, so I think it's also very important. Let's quickly see. Oh, last day in the EPL, what is going to be for all these teams there. Let's see what's going to be the last day in the EPL, and then who is going to be playing who, so that we'll know if it ends like this, who will be playing who on the last day in the EPL. Oh, sorry. Hey, because it's going to be very, should I say, competitive. That will be on Sunday, the 25th of May in the EPL. It's going to be very dangerous. As everything is going to take place around 4 p.m. You have very tough matches. Who is okay? We are going to have Bournemouth versus Leicester City. We will have Fulham versus Man City. That's by next week Sunday. We are going to have Ipswich Town versus West Ham United. Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. We are going to have Manchester United versus Aston Villa. That's going to be another top match. You are going to have Newcastle versus Everton. That's you're going to have Nottingham Forest at the Nottingham City Stadium versus Chelsea. Going to be tough. Southampton versus Arsenal. Of course, if Arsenal wins this, it's over. Tottenham versus Brighton, and then you are going to have Wolves versus Brentford. Wolves versus Brentford. So a whole lot. So that's the way it's going to be. Let's say Tuesday. We have matches on Tuesday in the definitely on Tuesday we are going to have Crystal Palace versus Wolves, Man City versus Bournemouth, and then let's see on Wednesday what's going to happen. The 37th matches, the 37 games of the season. We are going to have Tottenham versus Manchester United. Oh no, that's that's uh the the Europa League final. That's on Wednesday. Thursday, do we have matches? Do we have matches? No, 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 no. Then of course, until Sunday again, after everybody would have played uh, their their 37th matches of the season, then we'll be having the 38 matches of the season. So stay tuned. It's going to be Newcastle versus Everton. Especially the last, the last, because when you have about, should I say, you're going to have three, four, five. You have Newcastle, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Man City, and even Nottingham Forest. About five teams trying to fill in three spaces. Oh my goodness. Trossard is coming out. Leandro Trossard is coming out to be replaced by who? Kieran Tierney. So Kieran Tierney is coming in to replace. He's already in to replace Leandro Trossard. So, because when White throws the ball, then Bond shoots. Oh, that's a hard one. You know, nice one by Calafiori, but it's almost a it was almost a catastrophe. Okay, Raya sends the ball in. 88 minutes. Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes. Tonali right there. Sends to the ball. Ha. Okay, Dan Bon moves forward. See what can be done. Tonali was straight at Raya. Martinelli. Any support? All right, blocked there. All right, Tino Livramento blocks the ball for a corner kick. Nice one against the. So Arsenal's 10th corner of the match is about to be played. Martinelli is surprised. What are you surprised for? Hey, you want him to leave you? Okay, so you have Partey in the box, you have Calafiori in the box. Uh, about to move into the box, right? Right in the box. You have Declan Rice about to take the corner kick. 5 minutes added time. 5 minutes stoppage time. Declan Rice in. Shaw heads out back to Declan Rice. Declan Rice sends it further into the box. Badanu. Okay. Raya sends it back. And then it's a throw in. Tierney couldn't control them. Okay. So throwing. Livramento to Nick Pope right there. Shah. He goes in. Do they need this point? Do they need a point? They have to fight hard for it if they need 1 point from this match. Because they will remain, as now we go, on 71 points and they will remain on 66 points. And then to battle it out on the last day of the EPL. Jorginho is warming up, ready to come on. For who? We don't know. Livramento to Dan Bon. Miley and then Osula clashed into Osula clashed into David Raya. Then David Raya is lying on the floor. Shah is here to speak to. I'm seeing talking to Kirio. Kirio right here. Okay, so you have Jorginho coming in to replace Martin Odegaard. Oh, Jorginho gets the armband. The man from Chelsea, Jorginho, comes in to replace Martin Odegaard. Okay. Oh, that was that was a nice save there by Raya. So 3 minutes, yellow card for Joey Look right there. So 3 minutes already used of the added time, stoppage time. You have just barely 1 minute 30 seconds to go. You can play that by Raya. Shah is on the floor. Was he elbowed? Yeah. I think Havertz put some, should I say elbow? Raya also gets a yellow there. For what? Exactly. That's some professional fouling right there. Havertz gets a yellow for that elbow. Lifts his hand up. So Kenny Pope sends the ball in. Barely 30 seconds to the end of this. Tonali. What did you do there? Gomerise. No foul. Oh. Ball out. Arsenal can finish it off. Havertz. Martinelli. Oh, not properly connected. Jorginho can score. Okay. Jorginho dispossessed by Tonali. Okay. Willock. Anthony Gordon. They are moving forward. Anthony Gordon. Oh. Oh. Is the match seconds. I think Bruno Guimaraes. I say he stumbles, falls, but nothing happens. What is Simon Hooper doing? They're supposed to. Who is there? Martinelli is taking his time. Dan Bond is the Arsenal. Arsenal is on the threat. Willock. Oh my goodness. It's 96 minutes already, and then Simon Hooper has not called off this match. Is 1 minute 30, 34, 35 seconds after stoppage time. This will probably be the final kick. That's it. It's a corner kick. Gordon. Okay. Oh, there's a scuffle in the box. A scuffle in the box. Dambon is involved. Quarantine is involved. Oh. Like, I think Arsenal wins this one. Oh, Arsenal wins this one. Yellow card to who? All right. So a couple of the referee is going to give a couple of yellow cards here. So we just need to confirm the players who got the yellow cards right here. Shah is having a word. You have Bruno Guimaraes there. You have Willock. You have Tonali. All of them there. You have Calafiori. You have Kirio. You have Jorginho. You have Thomas Partey. And then, Willock is trying to make a whole lot of explanations. Maybe he's the one that got the yellow card. So it might supposed to be over. So the referee is having a conversation with VR. Dambon got booked. So he's the head of the match. So Arsenal 71 points. Arsenal moved to 71 points. So I think the yellow card has been cancelled because time has passed. So you have Arsenal moved to 71 points. And then you have, of course, Newcastle remain on that. So you have you have Newcastle remain on 66 points. So that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. At the end of the 90 minutes. The end of 90 minutes. Of course, in other matches in the EPL, 37th game, the running 37th game of the season. You have Aston Villa against Tottenham. Aston Villa against Tottenham. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, so you have Aston Villa against Tottenham. Aston Villa against Tottenham on Friday, the 16th of May. You have Aston Villa 2, and then you had Tottenham 0. You had Chelsea 1, Manchester United 0. And then on Saturday, it was definitely the FA Cup final between Crystal Palace and Manchester City. But on Sunday today, we had Everton 2. Goodbye. Everton 2, Southampton 0. Goodbye to the Everton Stadium. So that's the way it is. And then, of course, you have West Ham 1, Nottingham Forest 2. Nottingham Forest moved to 65 points. You have Brentford 2, Fulham 3. You have Leicester City 2. You have Ipswich Town 0. With Jamie Vardy scoring a 200 goal for Leicester City in 500 appearances. So goodbye to the Leicester City fans, of course. And then of course now Arsenal won, Newcastle 2-0. So that's the final score. Arsenal won, Newcastle 2-0. So you are going to have another match tomorrow. You are going to have Brighton and Hove FC versus Brighton versus Liverpool tomorrow. So that's where it's going to be. Brighton versus Liverpool tomorrow. And then, of course, on Tuesday, there are going to be matches. On Tuesday. You are going to have Crystal Palace versus Wolves, Manchester City versus Bournemouth. So that outstanding between Crystal Palace and Manchester City. They are playing their outstanding on Tuesday, and of course on Wednesday is the Europa League final. So you can join us here for the Europa League final. We'll be covering the Europa League final on Wednesday, the 21st of May, 2025, before weekend, where we'll be covering the final uh the final matches, the final round of matches right there in the EPL. So thank you. Arsenal fans, congratulations. Of course, they call you next Netflix FC. Maybe next, let's see what will happen. And of course, also endeavor to follow us to know the updates in the transfer market. Of course, we told you earlier that Victor Gyökeres will be leaving Sporting CP, in the summer. Of course, his asking price has been set at 65 million euros. 65 million euros. So let's see who can afford it. Let's see who will be willing to afford it. So that's where it is. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. See you next time.